Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into a true story that feels straight out of a Hollywood thriller. It's one of the greatest financial mysteries of our modern era. A dark tale of absolute power, devastating fraud, and an illusion so perfectly crafted that it completely fooled the world.
Billions. Take a second and just let that staggering number sink in. We aren't talking about a few $1,000s slipping out of a local bank vault. We are talking about billions of dollars, stolen, taken directly from the pockets of everyday, hardworking people all over the globe who were just hoping for a better life.
And the mastermind behind this unbelievable theft? A woman who literally held the world in her hands. She stood on massive stages. She promised a total financial revolution. And then, the crypto queen just vanished. She disappeared into thin air, taking the billions with her.
Part 1. The Crypto Queen Vanishes. The Ultimate Act.
To understand how she pulled off this vanishing act, we have to rewind to 2016, the absolute peak of her power. Picture a massive, packed arena, flashing lights cutting through the dark, thousands of screaming fans, waving flags, some literally crying with excitement. And walking out onto that stage is Ruja Ignatova. She smiles confidently, wearing an expensive red dress, diamonds sparkling around her neck. She didn't look like a master criminal. She looked like a brilliant tech superstar, and in that arena, she made a promise that would ruin countless lives.
Part 2. Selling the next Bitcoin. Weaponizing the hype.
To understand her trap, you have to look at the timing. Back in 2016, cryptocurrency was exploding into the global mainstream. Everyone was desperate to find the next big thing. So, she simply told them she had built it. OneCoin. She aggressively marketed Bitcoin as old news, a clunky thing of the past. OneCoin, she promised, was faster, safer, the undeniable future of money. And millions of people swallowed the bait.
Now you might be wondering, why did so many people trust her with their life savings? Well, because she completely looked the part. A highly educated woman, a PhD, an incredibly confident, persuasive speaker who hosted these massive, luxurious events that just screamed success. But her most dangerous weapon was actually you. She turned everyday investors into a devoted army of salespeople. Friends recruited friends. Families brought in families. Social media was flooded with people flexing their luxury cars, massive stacks of cash, and expensive vacations. She built an absolutely impenetrable illusion of wealth and trust.
Part 3. The Missing Blockchain. Uncovering the Hidden Truth.
Behind the immense glamour, the expensive dresses, and the relentless social media flexes, something was very, very wrong. Let's look at the actual technology, the hidden foundation of her empire. What actually makes a cryptocurrency legitimate? It's a blockchain. It's basically a public, digital record, a permanent ledger. Anyone can verify it. Anyone can track the transactions. Bitcoin has one. Ethereum has one. It is the undeniable mathematical proof that the digital money actually exists.
Real crypto relies on that public record. It is entirely verifiable and transparent. But OneCoin? There was absolutely no proof it even existed. No public blockchain. No real mining system. The devastating truth was that OneCoin's revolutionary technology simply did not exist. Those rising numbers people happily watched in their accounts, they were just fake numbers, typed onto a screen.
Eventually, this perfect illusion started to crack. Experts and financial journalists started demanding real answers, and it all started with one simple, highly dangerous question. Where was the blockchain? If OneCoin was truly the future of money, where was the proof?
The relentless questions just kept coming. How did the technology actually work? Nobody received clear answers. Ruja and her team completely avoided these questions. They dodged the media. They aggressively silenced their critics. Because they knew that if they answered, the whole world would realize the screens were lying.
So why did millions of people continue investing their hard-earned money, even when experts publicly called it a massive scam? Even when governments issued strict warnings? It all comes down to human psychology. Ruja sold them hope. She sold them ultimate financial freedom. She sold them a dream. And as any good investigator will tell you, human emotions are almost always stronger than cold logic.
Part 4. The empire collapses. The authorities close in.
An illusion built entirely on fake numbers can only last so long. Banks across the globe started noticing suspicious activity. The authorities were finally closing in. October 2017, the dramatic turning point. Ruja Ignatova is scheduled to appear at a major OneCoin event in Portugal. Thousands of excited supporters are waiting for her arrival. Hours pass. No speech, no appearance. She never shows up. Investigators later uncovered a chilling sequence of events. Just days earlier, she quietly boarded a flight from Bulgaria to Greece, and after that, total disappearance. No public sightings, no digital footprint whatsoever.
When the Queen vanished, absolute panic spread, and the real human cost of this massive deception was finally laid bare. The marketed illusion was all about luxury cars and lavish vacations. But the horrifying reality? Frozen accounts, offices permanently shut down, ruined families who had lost their entire life savings in an instant. People who had borrowed money just to invest were now permanently trapped in suffocating debt. Lifelong friendships destroyed. The immense fortune they all thought they had built together was never real.
Part 5. Anatomy of a Scam. A Global Deception.
How do we even make sense of a financial crime on this massive global scale? As authorities began the worldwide hunt, her legacy drastically shifted. From a celebrated genius, a woman screaming crowds once proudly called the next Steve Jobs, to an FBI most wanted fugitive. Overnight, she became one of the most hunted people on the planet.
And over the years, the deep mystery surrounding her has only grown. Some investigators believe she is hiding in plain sight, living under a perfectly crafted fake identity. Others strongly suspect she completely altered her appearance through extensive plastic surgery. There are dark rumors that powerful organized crime groups facilitated her escape, and some theories even suggest she may no longer be alive. But to this very day, nobody actually knows the truth.
This brings us to a terrifying warning for all of us: the scammer's playbook. Step 1, steal trust. Step 2, steal dreams. Step 3, disappear. This explainer shows us the hardest truth to accept. The biggest, most dangerous scams do not look like crimes. They look highly professional. They look incredibly exciting. They promise you the easy wealth you have always dreamed of, right up until the very end.
And that brings us to the ultimate lingering mystery of the crypto queen. Billions of dollars gone forever, millions of lives permanently altered, and the brilliant, ruthless architect of it all is still out there, somewhere in the shadows, leaving the entire world with just one haunting question: where is she now?